Hello, my name is Benji Parks, and I am excited to have the opportunity to share with you my CSPAP final presentation. First, a little about myself. I'm currently in my first year of teaching high school physical education in the Lansing Central School District, located just outside of Ithaca in central New York. I was born and raised in the Ithaca area and graduated from Lansing in 2012. Since graduating from college in 2016, I've taught 2 years of elementary physical education before making the jump to the high school level. I'm in my third year as the head coach of the boys varsity soccer team in Lansing and just came off back-to-back state titles this past fall. I have been coaching JV baseball this past spring as well, and it's been a pleasure being back in the school district that gave me so much, and that's why I'm glad to have the opportunity to create such a unique program. Today, I hope to give you an idea of how my project came to fruition, the committee members that helped me along the way, and a few goals and outcomes that I was hoping to achieve throughout this project, as well as the implementation phase and a little reflection about what I've learned over the last couple of months. First, as soon as I started to brainstorm ideas about this project in step 1 and 2, I immediately jumped back to my days at Lansing Middle School. Mr. Heck, who has since passed away unexpectedly, was my idol growing up as my physical education teacher and soccer coach. He organized and ran one of the most well-attended intramural programs I have ever heard of. He didn't provide many options, but he ran what seemed to be a 10-week Raider Ball tournament, which is a variation of handball that got the entire school engaged. I remember participating, getting a team together, making t-shirts, and then going and playing twice a week after school. But after that experience in middle school, there was nothing to fill that void in the high school. So with that experience, I had the intentions of creating something similar, something that the students wanted to participate in at the high school. A few members of the staff helped me throughout the intramural program. I was the physical activity leader of the committee and helped facilitate the program, tried to get the staff and outside community members involved as much as I could. I was also joined on the committee by my principal, Colleen Ledley, Dean of Students, Pat Hornbrook, Athletic Director, Matt Lovelace, and my coworker, PE Health Teacher, Danielle Lovelace. All were very helpful in developing the vision of the project and helping bring it to fruition. Many of those same individuals also helped me out by participating on the faculty volleyball team in the Volleyball League throughout the month of April. The following vision statement helped guide me through my program. By implementing an intramural program, students of all ages and abilities will have the opportunity to participate in enjoyable physical activity with friends while contributing to their improved physically active lifestyles. This provided guidance as I planned out how I wanted the badminton and volleyball intramurals to look to the students who participated. The vision statement allowed me to be more open-minded, thinking about how I could include all students. I also set some goals and outcomes for the program. Goals that set the standard for the program at a really high level, but what I thought were attainable. Unfortunately, I was unable to get all students active after school, as you will see a little later, but there was certainly some improvement. Prior to the program, there was no one staying after in the gym. Now, thanks to the introduction of intramurals, there were on average 25 kids staying after on a daily basis, whether the afternoon was a part of the intramural program or not. I think more work can be done to educate the students about all the opportunities there are to be physically active outside of the school day. But like I said earlier, I was happy with the increase in participation throughout the past couple of months. The first couple months of the intramural program was focused on badminton. This is something students were already familiar with and something that many students were interested in participating. The schedule on the left is my adjusted schedule of the month of March, meaning that these are the days that we met after school. Some weeks it was 2, others it was 3. For the most part, I tried to keep it fairly consistent on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, except for that second week, as you can see, when I needed to bump it to Thursday. The singles and doubles tournaments were a huge hit. The open participation days were used more for students to come in and play for 10 or 15 minutes before either getting ready for a practice or going to stay after with another teacher. In the second month of the intramural program, I switched gears towards an activity that is focused more on group of players, which would be volleyball. Students had about 10 days to sign up their team. I was looking for anywhere between 4 and 6 members. Based on student availability, we ended up only having about 4 days worth of league play instead of the scheduled 5. I was then hoping to finish the tournament on the 24th and 26th of May. However, due to other conflicts, I decided to push the single elimination tournament back a week and hold it on April 30th and May 2nd. All in all, in the past 2 months, I was able to offer open gym time, non-competitive activities, individual tournaments, team tournaments, league play, and a multi-day tournament, which is everything that the students had suggested. This slide should look familiar if you had the opportunity to watch my project proposal presentation. These are my results of a student interest survey that I provided prior to the introduction of the intramural program. Since then, throughout the past 2 months, I was able to assess the program through informal and formal observations, not only by myself, but other faculty and committee members, through interviews with a variety of students and keeping track of attendance records. Here, these photos are a couple different sign-in sheets that I created to help keep track of attendance or sign up for a doubles badminton tournament. The opposite corners were for my volleyball league. The top left was my schedule of a couple days of league play, while the bottom right was the master schedule with all the scores from the 4 days. Here are some results from my post-program survey that I had the students complete. Up top are just a few quotes that I was able to get from the students when asked what they thought of the intramural program. And then there are 3 different charts at the bottom. From right to left, the first one shows how the students felt they participated over the past couple of months. 105 students felt they participated often, 66 felt they participated only a few times, and 99 students did not participate. Obviously, with those results, there is still some work to be done, but to get almost 30% of the student body participating in something completely new is promising. The middle graph shows responses to the same question that was asked in the pre-survey and the post-survey, which was, would you participate in a physical activity program? What I took away from this was, yes, the number of students that committed to the program and said yes they would participate actually decreased. However, those that said no, I will not participate, also decreased. And the maybes, the ones on the right, were the only ones that showed any increase, which gives me a glimmer of hope that they aren't quite sure they would want to fully commit to a program, but would be open to participating, maybe depending on the activity or the timing. And lastly, the third graph just broke down the gender that participated, and I would have to agree with the results that the majority were males. I was also pleased to see a couple different volleyball teams that were populated with females, but unfortunately, I didn't see many females during the month of March when badminton was played. I think the results were positive. It's always nice to get some feedback from the students after introducing something new, but the individual thoughts were definitely the most beneficial for me because they really provided some great feedback and reassurance that what I was trying to do is making an impact. The next couple slides are just a few photos that I took throughout the program, capturing different moments and sharing how some of the information was relayed to students, whether posted on a door or through morning announcements. Lastly, I did a bit of reflection and really thought about what worked and what didn't work and how I can improve for next year when I hope to implement this program for a full year. I thought I was able to reach my goals of increasing student engagement and activity time for students throughout the course of their school day. And in return, I felt that I was able to build stronger relationships with individual students. The time after school gave me an opportunity to connect and converse with students about other things that physical education material and schoolwork didn't allow me to do. I really enjoyed that aspect of the program. And of course, there are always a few things that won't work, and I knew conflicts would arise and I tried to handle them to the best of my ability. For example, a couple times, the gym was taken after school for other departments, such as the music department setting up for a concert, and a freshman leadership group holding an after school program. So instead of canceling, I tried to rearrange the weekly schedule so that we didn't lose any days. The other conflict was spring sports schedules. Spring sports schedules are always a disaster, but add in the fact that we've had more rain than sunshine over the past couple months, it made it even more difficult. The month of March wasn't so difficult to deal with because the commitment level wasn't significant because of badminton, but when it came to the month of April and volleyball, that's when we started to see a few issues. I did my best, but that was one of the reasons why we lost a day of league play, and the reason why I had to push the tournament back a week into the month of May. Certainly, even though there were a few mishaps, the positives definitely outweighed the negatives, and as someone stated in their post survey, I had fun, and that's all that matters. With that being said, thank you for following along, not only today, but the past couple of months. If you have any questions or comments about my CSPAP project, or would like to get one started in your school, and are looking for some guidance, please do not hesitate to contact me at benjamin.parks@cortland.edu. Thank you for your time.